But there's your champion. It is Kyle Busch. The 2015 Rowdy Nation went absolutely berserk. But folks, that was all well and good, and there's a lot of celebrating going on, but also over the weekend something sad happened, and we brought in Knoxville Hall of Famer Tony Morrow here to talk about the passing of a Knoxville legend.
And a true legend he was. Bob Trostle, a guy that probably gave more to the sport than any one person that in my lifetime I'll ever see.
If you're around sprint car racing or know anything about sprint car racing at all, Tony, correct me if I'm wrong, everybody knew Bob Trostle.
Yeah.
There he is with Larry Weeks, a very good friend of his and good friend of everybody, as a matter of fact. But this is a guy who has been given back to the racing community since, what, 1960?
Yeah, absolutely. He went from drag racing to, he decided he wanted to be a sprint car owner back then with super modifieds, and it just progressed from there. I mean, what a character. He was just the best guy. He was still, I mean, even last summer he was still giving back to the sport.
Look, he's signing autographs with Kyle Larson and Rico Abreu. He's as big a star as they were.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Icon or legend isn't doing justice. He invented current day racing.
Now look at who he's sitting with right there, one of the legends of the sport as well.
Yeah, Doug Wolfgang. They won a lot of races together, and Doug still has the most respect to anyone out there. They work together.
Who are some of the other guys that he built cars for?
Oh my gosh!
That you can name off the top of your head.
I mean, everybody.
He won nationals with Wolfgang. He won nationals with
Steve
Kinzer.
Right.
The guy was absolutely amazing when it comes to this. We have some photos here on the surface here, Eric. If you want to go to those real quick, we just want to bounce through these real fast. But just some unbelievable accomplishments on this guy, Tony.
He brought two countries together. That's what an iconic individual he was. Australia and the United States. And to this day, you'll see a lot of Australians at Knoxville because of those days. Back in the day, he would take a group over, they'd race against the Australians, and and with Bob's stuff, he'd hand them their lunch. He'd beat them every time, and it just turned into an annual event. Our seasons are opposites, so
Bob, room full of trophies too.
Oh my God, they're unbelievable.
With his buddy Tony Stewart there, and to show that.
Yeah. Jeff Gordon raced for him.
Yeah, look at it. He's hanging with Henry Winkler. Yeah, and then Jeff Gordon, as Tony just mentioned, there's the car that Jeff Gordon drove when he was 15 years old. Gordon was 15 when he drove for him.
Absolutely.
So again,
and I talked to Jeff more than one time at the Cup races, and he never forgot that man. He was very instrumental.
And there's the book out that Bob just put up this last August. You have a chance to pick that up as well. But Bob Trostle passing away at the age of 82.
82.
Wonderful, Tony. I know you were there in the final moments of Bob. You visited with him, and I wanted to have you here.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. He was my hero. He was the guy that gave me an opportunity to race. In the big sport of sprint car racing, and he didn't owe me that. He gave me an opportunity. His career was winding down, and we made a deal, and off we went. And I never had so much fun. The man never forgot anything. He never forgot anything.
And we will never forget Bob Trostle.
I will never forget Bob Trostle, nor will a lot of people.
A legend. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Folks, when we come back, we are going to talk about the history of automobile racing in the state of Iowa. A new book coming out. It's being bound as we speak. The author is in next on Great Day.